The Daily Code Snippet. Designing the web for accessibility. For the next episodes, we will be taking a deep dive into accessibility for the web. Although we have been presenting accessibility concepts throughout, we want to focus on this issue because the average website is still not compliant with standards despite the existence of ADA, or Americans with Disability Act laws in the United States and the adoption of accessibility standards globally for the World Wide Web. Why is accessibility important? Because making the web open to all was a foundational tenet when it was established. And we all benefit when design standards are adopted for those who might have accessibility issues. What are some examples of this? When you decide to enlarge the font on a website because you've misplaced your reading glasses. Closed captioning on video when you want to consume content but can't have the audio on, or in a crowded, loud environment where it would be difficult to hear the audio. When your internet connection is poor and you aren't loading images, but the alternative text allows you to know the content of the image anyway. When you would rather listen to a web page or a book app instead of reading it because you want to multitask. When you don't have time to watch a video, but you can scan the transcript for the key points. All of these options exist because they were developed for those with accessibility issues so they can consume the content in an alternative way. So when we design the web to those who need extra help, we benefit everyone. Designers should be leaders in this area because more often than not, our clients are unaware of the importance of accessibility and even the legal ramifications of their noncompliance. Bottom line, designing for accessibility is good design. The scope of the problem. Approximately 20% of the world's population has a disability or impairment that can make it difficult to use a computer. It is unknown how many people require the use of assistive technologies from this group. For some, the impairment is temporary, but for others, it is a permanent disability. What are some of these conditions? Conditions that cause vision impairment. Color blindness, low vision, which may include visual field defects, clouded vision, or low acuity, blindness. Conditions that cause auditory impairment, hard of hearing, deafness, tinnitus. Conditions that cause speech impairment, apraxia of speech, or speaking words in the wrong order that causes difficulty to be understood. Cluttering, or tachyphemia, which is an increased speaking rate, or incorrect rhythm, or intonation of sounds. Dysarthria, which involves the weakness or complete paralysis of the muscles that are necessary to produce sounds. Speech sound disorder, which is the difficulty or inability to produce certain sounds or patterns of sound. Stuttering, muteness, or the inability to speak. This particular disability impairs the person from interacting with modifications that involve speech to text. Cognitive learning and neurological impairments. This includes a wide range of conditions, including ADHD, autism spectrum disorder, intellectual disabilities, learning disabilities, perceptual disabilities, including dyslexia, mental health disabilities, memory impairments, dementia, including Alzheimer's. Seizure disorders, including epilepsy, migraines, tumors, concussions, post-stroke issues like tremors, paralysis, and coordination and dexterity issues, brain injury, which can include occurring as a result of meningitis or other infections. Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis or ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, physical disabilities, amputation, arthritis, reduced dexterity, muscular dystrophy, repetitive stress injury like carpal tunnel syndrome, tremors and spasms, quadriplegia, or partial paralysis. So you can see that there are many issues that may cause impairment that will need to be supported when using the web. With regards to assistive technologies, many are familiar with screen readers and speech-to-text software. This term encompasses many other types of technologies such as magnifying software, eye tracking devices, head tracking devices. These both detect movement of specifically the eye or the head, and it is able to sense the motion of a cursor or where the person is focusing to click. Mice and joysticks. Presented by Designers Learn Code.